Snoopy. Peanuts. Space Traveler Sally Brown by Charles M. Schulz. One day after school, Sally Brown turns on the television. "Did you finish your homework yet?" Charlie Brown asked his sister. "Not yet," says Sally. Sally has to write a report about a famous astronaut, but she doesn't know where to start. "Go ask an expert," Charlie Brown suggested. So Sally goes to visit the world-famous astronaut Snoopy. Snoopy puts on his space gear. Then he shows Sally his space trophy. "First beagle on the moon," Sally reads out loud. "I'm the perfect subject for your report," Snoopy thinks, but Sally isn't so sure. She goes to see another expert. "What's your trouble?" Lucy asked. "I don't know who to write about for my report," wails Sally. "Snap out of it," Lucy says. "You should write about Sally Ride, of course." "Sally?" Sally asks. "That's my name." "Sally Ride was a very special astronaut," Lucy says. "Follow me. I'll take you to the real experts free of charge." Sally and Lucy arrive at the library. Peppermint Patty and Marcy join them too. The librarians help them pull out every book about space and astronauts. "Wow," Sally whispers. Sally Ride was the first American woman in space. "And she didn't just go to space alone," Lucy adds. "She went twice." Sally Brown decides that she wants to be the next Sally in space. "Astronaut training is hard work," Marcy says. "That means we need to start training soon," Peppermint Patty replies. Sally and her friends race over to Snoopy's doghouse. The world-famous astronaut knows exactly what to do. First, everyone does stretches and jumping jacks. Then Snoopy shows them how to strap on their space gear. Then he shows them how to check the spaceship for any problems. "Everything looks good," Sally says. "All systems are go." With hard work, Sally, Lucy, Peppermint Patty, and Marcy can become the next women in space. "What's going on out here?" asks Charlie Brown. "We are astronauts, just like Sally Ryder," Sally says. "That's great," Charlie Brown says. "So you finished your homework?" "I'll start it as soon as I travel back from Mars," Sally replies. "Oh, good grief," says Charlie Brown. Sally Ride was born on May 26, 1951 in Encino, a neighborhood in Los Angeles, California. As a young girl, she was very interested in science and exploration. Her parents encouraged her to study hard and follow her interest. In college, Sally studied English and physics, which is a type of science focusing on the properties of matter and energy. She also likes playing tennis and running. While Sally was a student, she found an ad in the school newspaper from NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. NASA was looking for women to join the astronaut program. Sally decided to apply, and she soon became one of the first 6 female astronauts at NASA. On June 18, 1983, Sally became the first American woman in space. On her mission, she was in charge of controlling a robotic arm that helped out communication satellites into space. On October 5, 1984, Sally returned to space a second time. This time, she used the robot arm to adjust antennas. Sally left NASA in 1987. She went on to teach physics, encourage students to study sciences, and wrote several children's books about science. Mae Jemison was born on October 17, 1956 in Decatur, Alabama, and moved to Chicago when she was 3 years old. She loved science, dancing, and theater. When she got to college, Mae studied chemical engineering and African and Afro-American studies. After becoming a medical doctor, Mae volunteered in the Peace Corps as a medical officer. Then she remembered her childhood dream of becoming an astronaut. Mae was inspired by Sally Ride and applied to NASA's astronaut program. In 1987, she became one of the 15 people selected for the program. Mae became the first African American woman in space on September 12, 1992. She was a science mission specialist and conducted experiments to see how astronauts' bodies reacted to being in space for several days. After leaving NASA, Mae went on to start her own company and lead the 100-year Starship project that wants humans to be able to travel beyond our solar system within the next 100 years. Shoot for the stars. The end.